Okay, this is my local area. This is where I pass every day. This road, it's every day I'm passing, going to my business and coming back from my business. Φίλε, όχι τώρα, σε παρακαλώ, έτσι. Σε παρακαλώ.
Αν μπορείτε ένα 50 λεπτό να κάνετε τηλέφωνο.
Όχι, έλα. Okay, it's a beggar. It's nothing strange. It's very common. People asking money for different things, but this is sad. It makes me sad because those people don't have any help. And if you give them €1 or anything, you know exactly what he's gonna do with it. So this is my road. From this road I pass every day, and this is a very good patisserie. I like sweets, so we are going to taste it. Okay, so we are here to eat some sweets.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I like a chocolate pie. Do you have any?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you gonna take? So choose one. These are ekmek kadayif with cocoa with cream, and these are hanum burek.
I used to come here with my father because we have the mini golf next to this place, and we were doing our vacations with seeps, and it was wonderful. I remember I was very young, at about five or until 10. He's my uncle for this. He's the owner of this club when I was little, and he will give us something to play. Thank you. I did not manage to keep some good friend with me. Actually, yes. This is my problem. But I have good friends, guys, men.
7 years, 8 years old.
Yes, five.
I think.
He knows me.
Yes.
He was young also, yes.
Τότε δεν ήταν ένα 80, τότε ήταν 80.
Yeah, I was like that. Now I'm taller. Έλα ρε, μόνο αυτό θα πεις.
Δεν μπορώ.
Το είπα εγώ, αλλά εμένα δεν θα πιστεύω, λόγω αυτά λέω.
But it's peaceful. Novi Sad is peaceful, and it's easy going, much more than Belgrade.
This is all
also what all the people in Belgrade say. Say,
Yes.
oh, Novi Sad, it's so good life, it's easy going.
It's easy going. Yeah,
not
it
so
is.
busy.
Yes, not so busy. People are slow. People here are slow. They like it slow. And it also comparing to Belgrade, this has a kind of different attitude toward life. This is what we call over the Danube. Over the Danube mentality somehow.
We are now on the main square in Novi Sad, which is called Trg Slobode, Square of Freedom. And it is a place where when we have been young in all socialistic time, we have been collected here as pioneers and members of youth organization. We have been listening various speeches, and then some politicians have been coming. I and my old friend Branko Andrić, come here Branko, we made a screenplay together, and we made a very funny scene how the angry worker came and he cut the head of this monument and turned it not to be angry on the church, but to be angry on the politicians who are ruling the city.
So, old sea equipment, an old buoy over there, and a statue behind us, and a lot of light, but actually not much life. It's a very, very empty place indeed. Life has been removed from this area in the way of bringing it to a regeneration state. But luckily, across the river, we've got something else, which also might be a facade, but it is actually the city of Liverpool, with all of its architectural glories on show. And behind that great facade of light is obviously a huge history of difficulty, poverty, psychosis, and it's not gone away even today. So maybe this is a visit of two facades. On this side, the old turned into something that's empty but new, and over there, the old, which represents something of the glory of the 19th century, but contains a very complex city indeed.
Me with an Everton mint in my mouth. Strangely enough, it's what I support as Everton. He doesn't, he supports Liverpool. That's another point. Here I am at Tommy's, Tommy 8. Now, this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous building is Tommy 8's building. Getting touched in the head. And I want you to meet Tommy, because he is one of the people, and my favourite people, in Liverpool, along with many others. Because Liverpool to me is community, and Tommy knows enough about LA community. So I want to go a little bit around LA now and show you a few parts of LA. So off we go.
Bravo, bravo, you were wonderful, you were wonderful, you were great, no, it was fine. I mean, I thought you corpsed a little bit at the beginning.
No.
That was pretty cool. But listen, there's a flock. Can I just say it, Tam, as well? Sorry, it's your show.
It's not my show.
Give me the light. Give me the fucking light.
It's in Liverpool.
No, listen.
Cool bread. And what's it to go like? Gotta get up, gotta get up. Ooh.
Grab the
world by its throat and shout, buy it, sell it.
The game's getting.
And anyway, it was set in these streets. These are the bread streets. Fantastic. Would you believe it? And these gorgeous, gorgeous little terrace houses that cost, you just got next to nothing. This is the view. I want to show you this view. This is the view. Look at that.
Rich people in their cars.
Would you believe it? View.
Up there, there's a northern star, I think, and somewhere over there there's a satellite blinking around, and when you turn around, you can't see because it's so dark. But if it's daylight, you can see the Villa Hügel. It's called. It's a big house of the Krupp family, which was the most powerful family in Essen in younger times.
Here we are in Essen-Schöneberg in the north of the city again. We are standing in front of the branch of Aldi. If you look over there, you will think it's an ordinary Aldi, like Aldis in whole Germany, and not only Germany, I must say all over the world you can find. But this is a special Aldi. It's the first Aldi ever in the world. The story of the Aldi brothers started in Schöneberg with this market, with this branch. You can't see it nowadays, but it was truly and really the first Aldi. Here started the story.
This beautiful bridge in the back is an old railroad bridge. It's goes across the Danube, and like so many things in Linz, it's more beautiful at night.
What you see behind me, behind this iron curtain, was once a building, a very tall building, 20 stories high, which was built 1970, I think, and it was maybe one of the two only skyscrapers in Linz at the time. And I moved there with my parents when I was 3 years old. My parents and me, we came here from Munich, and we moved to Linz, and then we lived for some years in these skyscrapers. This bus station does still exist, but there are no people anymore to carry around because the houses just don't exist anymore with the people.
So now we will go to see one or two more places which doesn't exist anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of places on which I used to hang out doesn't exist anymore. So you can see them, but you can trust me when I said that yes, they were actually existing. Now this is one of the places which was very popular in early in the 90s, and I assume at the late 80s. It's called Garuda. You can see some part of Ga, Da, missing is Ru between that two. Usually in Garuda there were some how to say industrial music. A lot of people on heavy drugs also. I suddenly started to realize some year or 2 years ago that I have actually a long period in my head which I could remember. So it's a little bit scary, you know. 10 years ago or 15 years ago I hanged around here. Yes, that's the kind of expression. So that is the place.
When I was 10 years old, this was one of the main streets in Novi Sad called Željeznička ulica, that means railway street, because the railway station was about 300 meters far from here, and the house where I lived, it was in this street about 50 meters far from here. Now, let's see what is now there. So you see, my old house was somewhere here, so maybe my terrace where I used to sit was actually exactly on the place where we are now.
This is a crossing street where I was also living when I'm in my second returnal to Novi Sad. It was in the building across the street, and this was a cross where I have a view on this cross, and where lots of accidents was happening, which was not so nice here in Novi Sad, but when you saw from your windows. But in the beginning it was a little bit annoying, but after 1 month I enjoyed the sounds of the cars, and it was like a meditation for me. It was not annoying or something. I was sleeping with that sound. This is my music.
So that's a favorite view. That's one of my favorite places. It's also one romantic place. Many couples used to come here and see the view and say those words of love to each other, or making vows to each other, I don't know. I once do it myself, say those words of love right here, looking at that marvelous view. It was nice, and it always is nice. I liked it. I like it, and I liked it very much. So you can see all the bay, the Gulf of Thermaikos right here, and all the red lights, which is the main avenue of going to the suburbs by the road near the sea.
We have an occupation in the Polytechnic School. All the students are now 4 weeks now in demonstrations and making events in the universities. Until now, I think now it's something like a concert or a workshop maybe. We can get in to see this action. As a part of the occupation, they are playing volleyball here.
Ξέρει Ιταλικά.
We can tell it in another language, you know.
Yeah, you can translate.
You can translate it later. Okay, leave it. They're very shy. They don't want to speak. They think that they don't speak very good English. But me also, you know. It's okay now, I think. We can go to the next point.
So now we arrived the Hafenstraßen area, the area of my football club, and it's extremely dark. You can't see anything at all, but maybe we can see a little bit. It's open, and over there it's a place where I always stand when there is a game, but it's too dark and there's no light. And when you come here and it's a match, then I love that when you climb up the stairs and you enter the stadium and the light is on and you have this bright green grass and all the people, and you're amazed and you're looking forward to see a good match and to see your team winning. So this is Essen art, whatever, I'm afraid. But it's a sculpture, someone did it, I don't know. And it shows Helmut Rahn, one of the most famous football player of this club. He was the one who scored in Bern, in Wankdorf Stadion in 1954 against Hungary. To remember, in remembering the boss and a hero of Bern. This is a sign of the club. I like it, the layout very much. So it's RVE, it's Rot-Weiß Essen, Red White Essen. So it's very clear, it's very good from structure. It's the most beautiful sign of a football club in Germany, of course. Maybe worldwide. Because it's really nice, like a picture. It's good.
There's a big problem here because, you know, cricket was the kind of national game in a way, but it's been so, it's just been completely superseded by football. And of course the kids don't want to play cricket because, you know, the likes of Beckham and all the rest of it, that the new kind of nouveau royals. And football was originally a very working class sport. And of course there's rugby as well. I mean, the school I went to, we played rugby, and, you know, football was treated with a certain amount of disdain. I mean, you know, I suppose by the time I was kind of leaving, people were playing football within the context of the school, but rugby was the sport. And again, there's two versions of rugby. There's rugby union and rugby league. I mean, they were seen as being very masculine pursuits, so I think football was seen as being rather effeminate, actually. But I think there's something just about the form of football that makes it very attractive to watch in a way that perhaps it doesn't have all that stop-start that rugby has. And cricket always seems so slow. You know, the idea you're going to watch something for 3 days. I mean, clearly you can't have a job if you're going to go and watch cricket for 3 days. You know, I mean, football's over in 90 minutes, isn't it? You know, it's like.
I think it's one of the most ugly places in metropoles that I know. Who? And you see the name of this place, it's Porscheplatz. And you are wondering where's the Platz, and you can't see it.
Maybe 60, 70 years ago, St. Peter was a very nice village on the outside of Linz. People lived here, farmers, everybody was just living here. It was a very nice countryside with fields and everything. Then the German administration, Göring, decided that they needed to build a steel plant, and everybody who was living here was forced away. The city or the village of St. Peter was completely flattened, it was completely destroyed. Nothing left, churches, everything was demolished. And then they started to build the steel plant, which you still can see over there.
This sign says that you can buy lightly damaged sweets here at cheaper prices, and it's very funny to read in German, but it's hard to translate. Slightly damaged Swedish bombs. Unfortunately, it's not as grey as it used to be, but I think it makes Linz look like Poland. It's like in the former East Bloc here to me.
Well, what a great segue that was from the church bells to the police siren.
Yeah.
No, and it is. I mean, religious worship. I mean, this isn't quite the secular country that France is, but religious worship here has just declined really dramatically. And I mean, all over the country, we've got kind of like churches in dire need of repair, and of course, you know, nobody's going to them, and many of them are actually, you know, being converted into flats and other kind of more commercial uses. I think this is Haley, and this is probably Steve. I mean, usually they've put love, you know, Haley loves Steve, and this one SH. And I think this is a marijuana leaf here. I think this perhaps means that SH, HB, LK and DB all smoke pot here. It's quite what the church fathers would think of this.
I'm not sure if we are gonna make it because it's very late for this. But it's a place which means a lot of me in Novi Sad. It's actually a church, but it's not the point about
the building and so on. It's a point about the one priest, which is my very good friend. He is, of course, an authority for me, and he is not. He didn't ask to be authority, never. But I just gave this relationship to him as a present because I trust him, and he is a sort of like a father figure, which is kind of ridiculous, having a father figure, but the real one, without any bullshit.
Just everybody comes, whether it's either PhD people or just me or gypsies from the street, everybody. A lot of my friends are coming also here. This is the place here where we find, where we settle down all the stress that we pick up during the week. And sometimes I just come to sit here because I'm working on a very stressed job, and if I wouldn't go to a church, I would find myself completely lost. I'm sure. I'm sorry that we couldn't came earlier because you would see queuing from here to there, like maybe 100 people waiting to confess, and that's very concentrated atmosphere because everybody are standing in silence and thinking just about themselves and getting ready to admit to themselves who they really are, and that's very strong point in place and in time for somebody. Yeah, this is definitely one of the places I wanted to show you. So, in place and in time for somebody.
I attended, and we are going to New Bridge, which are open just few days ago. I mean yesterday. It was open after 6 years, so it will be first time and for me to cross, to walk across that bridge, and I don't know, some kind of premiere, premiera in this video. And I remember it was on Easter in 1999 when they bombed this bridge.
This bridge was broken during the bombing of Serbia in 1999. I mean, 1 year ago they started to rebuild it again, and it's the first time I'm crossing over because it was opened, I think, yesterday or day before yesterday. So maybe we would even meet people who just came to see how does it work. Because I saw from down that people are just driving cars to the middle and just stay to see how does it all look like. And when I was young, my parents were driving me because I wanted to go through the tunnel which lights. And it's nothing special now, but when I was a kid, it was something. It was like a Luna Park to me. So let's do it now for the first time after 5-6 years, I don't know. I was at my parents, which are like 200 meters from here. I saw when it happened. I saw, and people were crossing, and cars were crossing during the bombardment, and when it broke down, there were people hanging with the cars and hanging out of the cars all
Was
around.
it during day?
During like around 6 o'clock in the afternoon or something like this. But you see how many people are crossing by foot, which is not the usual stuff. Nobody is going there by foot. This is cool, and I liked this tunnel. This ventilator. When I was a kid, it was like a big thing to me. It's just a tunnel. Cool, this is cool.
This upstairs was my balcony. It is 1, 2, 3, the 4 balcony from here. There.
Okay.
The 4th. And when the bombing starts, I was with my roommate on this balcony. She was teaching me how to dance. Really, we wasn't scared because she was from Sarajevo, I was from Banja Luka, and none of us was caring about bombings. The people was going to the downstairs to hide them, and we was dancing on this balcony. And it was a really great time. He's from Sarajevo. And all the people from Sarajevo are very fun guys. Okay, you see? Yeah, this is a great bartender here.
I love sailing. So, I mean, yeah, the sea's such a strange place, you know. I think the thing I love about it is that it is so completely different from the land. You know, everything else, you know, there's always that connection with the land, isn't there? There's always that connection with the civilization that you're part of. But you know, when you're outside the land, it's all there is this elemental water that never looks the same. Now, the only thing that seems important are the tides and the weather, which is not something we worry too much about on land, is it?
Just come with me on board of this beautiful ship. This place always reminded me of some kind of cemetery, because it's like, you know the stories about elephants in Africa. If they know they are getting old and they are going to die soon, then they go to some kind of elephant cemetery. And maybe this is the place for ships, for all ships to go to. When for them it's time to die, they come here and they just wait to get wrecked. So now here you see the place where once the captain of this beautiful ship was sitting, directing it across Europe. Now everything is left and empty. Kalman, which is a name from Hungary. I think this is a Hungarian ship.
Right, we've come to Otterspool Promenade now, which is one of those places that's a part of secret Liverpool, part of secret sexy Liverpool. And in Otterspool Promenade there are always cars coming and going, and there's always people in the woods, because this is the place where people come to have sex. If they come along the promenade over there, which is by the river, then they're more likely to be heterosexual and they're more likely to be down here, and probably one of them is a prostitute, but that's not always the case. And if we go over here on this side where the woods are, then that's more likely to be a lot of gay men walking around in the dark looking for each other, and whichever way it works, everybody seems to have a good time. Now on a night like this it could turn out to be a bit strange because it's rather cold, and when you've got your trousers round your legs and you've got your private parts visible, you could be just a little frosty. But lots of people come here, and even as we're doing this, cars are coming and going, and in there men are wandering about doing all sorts of things that I think I can leave to your imagination. This is an area which till a few years ago was the place where all the prostitutes hung out. I live opposite it and I watched it through many years. The prostitutes were in quite big groups, and what they'd do is they'd entertain themselves while they were waiting for customers during the day. And so they'd do little dances and they'd sing on the corner here, and they'd greet you and you get to know them as friends. And over the years, as people have got more selective and maybe a little bit more censorious about things, they've decided that it shouldn't happen here and it's moved elsewhere. So anybody walking along here now would feel safer, I suppose, but a little bit of life has gone out of the area, and I suppose it's one of those things that you think, what a pity it can't be safer, and what a pity there can't be more of it. So Hope Street, prostitution, all gone. Look, it's empty.
Για μέρη τα οποία δεν υπάρχουν στο προσωπικού. Μέρη βρίσκει τόπους και ζητάει να βρουν μέρη τα οποία κανείς δεν ξέρει.
Ας πάρει εδώ αυτή τη φωτογραφία.
This is a nice picture. He'd like you to shoot it. Ποιοι είναι αυτοί, για πείτε μας.
Αυτός είναι ο Μάρκος ο Βαμβακάρης.
This man on the left is Marcos Vamvakaris. He's a famous Greek composer of Rebetiko. Όχι, αλλά μένα είναι 15 χρόνια. Είναι 15 χρόνια.
Άμα το κλάδα σου λαμπούν ρε, σαν τα λουλούδα του καμπού, σαν τα λουλούδα του καμπού ρε, άμα το κλάδα σου λαμπούν. Σαν και εμένα δεν θα βουνε ρε, τα ματάκια σου να βουνε.
Of an interruption, shall we say. In fact, now the lights are here, I'm thinking that rather like Hope Street, everybody goes elsewhere. So maybe this is a tour of where you don't have sex in Liverpool, rather than where you do.
We can also dance with them if you want. I'm going. Everything is. Oh, and the car here is waiting for the wedding. We're very lucky.
We are now in Sremski Karlovci, that is a small city just beside Novi Sad, and today there is a wine feast because this city is very famous for producing the wine.
This
Recite mi, sada je ovog mjeseca praznik Ramadan, jel? Ramazan. I koliko to traje?
Mjesec dana.
A recite, pa dobro, kako stoji sa pićem?
Pa nikako. Alkohol inače je zabranjen i kad nije Ramazan, ali pogotovo u tom mjesecu je zabranjen svaki mogući porok.
Ali dobro, vidim sad ovdje dosta mladih žena koje su se dosta raspomamile. Jel bi mogo ti njima sad da odoliš? Možda bi Allah to oprostio.
Pazite, Allah oprašta. On je silan, mudar i dobar. On oprašta. Ali mi kao vernici ne bi trebali da prelazimo neke granice. Recimo, zakone koji su dati. Ako je Allah rekao Musi ili Mojsiju, ej, ne čini blud. Razumete? Sad, mi treba da se pridržavamo toga koliko toliko.
U redu, ali možda Allah nekim od tih žena pošalje poruku nađi muškarca da te zadovolji. To je isto njegova želja.
Nije njegova.
Ne, to nije njegova želja.
Pazi, sam blud kad se načini, to nije Allahova želja. To je želja onog suprotnog od Allaha. To je sama satana. Sama satana, pazite, imaju isti utjecaj, mada je sladak, ali, kako da kažem?
Ali ja sam vidio i jednog i drugog da imate zelena kolena od trave.
Pa, pazite, mi smo ipak ljudi, razumijete? Imamo taj nagon kao svaki drugi čovjek i mi često ulazimo u neke grehove, ali se poslije pomolimo i napustimo i sve, tako da uspostavimo neku ravnotežu između dobrog i zla.
Ali ne, to što je zeleno, recimo, na našim kolenima, to je od molitve, recimo. Kod nas se ne bira ni mesto, a kad je vreme za klanjanje, onda se ne bira uopšte mesto. Znači, tu gde ste, to mesto mora da bude malo čisto da biste vi, recimo, se molili. I onda, recimo, u toj molitvi spada jedan deo koji vi morate da stojite na kolenima dok se ne izrecituju neke molitve, recimo.
Već pako? Šta košta flaša? Uzmite stopu.
Welcome to Liverpool!
Hello! This is Liverpool, the greatest city in the world, okay? Just, when you're out, just have a good time, have a laugh, just be quality, and just be good to everyone, okay?
Are we on the film? I'm filming.
Alright.
Here we go. Yeah.
Nice to see you, Princess.
Yeah, see you later, Darl.
Alright, Darl, yes, thanks.
And you see, everybody knows Mandy too.
Now we are going to enter to the main sexual place in Novi Sad. This is the top place for a night living in Novi Sad. This is Tu Galeba, which means two seagulls, and it's the most crowded place in Novi Sad, as you can see from this parking lot, which is crowded. And inside you will see a lot of handsome people. Let's say this is where the lowest and the most powerful energy of Novi Sad is flowing around, and a lot of money, of course, involved. So we can just go in.
The Curzon, a gay hangout where everything is a sort of picture of desire. Almost nothing happens there, even in the very strange and rather unsuitable toilets. Sometimes it does, but otherwise it's just about people getting together and spending a lot of time talking and thinking and wanting and going somewhere else to get it, maybe the alleyway. Bet it will lead to sex eventually. Oh, he's on his back, his legs are apart. Oh, here we go, yes. It's sex time. football and sex. What more could you want?
Can I tell you something? You've made my fucking day fantastic.
Oh,
You're a beautiful, beautiful little girl. Thank you. Look, fucking amazing face.
Well, that was the Curzon. Sort of place you don't have to talk an awful lot about, it explains itself. And the last stop on our little sex tour of Liverpool. Yeah, lively place. Not that much sex necessarily, but lots and lots of wanting. No, actually I revised that. Quite a lot of sex too. Let's go.
The building in the back is the Lentos Art Museum Linz. It's quite a new building. It's been built a couple of years ago, and it's very well known for different reasons. One of the reasons is that it's always lightened at night. It's either red, it's pink, or it's blue. And usually it's being shown from the front side. It's located at the Danube. But I prefer the view from this spot here because it makes the building look like a spaceship that has come from somewhere and landed in Linz.
If the liver birds off the top of the liver building, which we may see, I don't know, but if ever they were to fly away, Liverpool would be no more.
So the story goes.
So the story goes.
So definitely watch this space because it's going to get developed. Sadly not by a grassroots organisation, but it's going to get redeveloped. And I've seen plans which has put a 4-storey skyscraper on the top. I don't really go with that. I think that's going to be nasty. What they need to do is have a single beam of light coming through the tower up into the sky. A single beam of light. Let the airport know and everything, you know. It's only courteous.
This is your idea.
This is my idea. Just a big beam of light. Got no fucking significance whatsoever. That's all it is. It's just a giant torch. But it's our giant torch. Imagine that. It'd draw people from all over the city. People would know you're in the heart of Toxteth. This fucking big beam of light. A pole.
Ja, es gibt viel Schnaps, es gibt viel Wein. A tango? Tango Ajde, pokaži Muhi, Muho, jer bi mogu da igraš palce? Pokaži, jer bi mogu da igraš palce? Ja? Da. Si igrao palce? Pa no.
Se mora na prste da se ovako držite na prste.
Ja, kako?
It is 4 o'clock, 50 minutes and 8, so 2 minutes to 5. Sun is rising over Essen. There's the center, big tower.